All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Buy the Pirate breakdown edition. I don't know. We watching Marvel's What If the Avenger Initiative failed? What if Earth lost all its mightiest heroes? All right. First of all, this episode. See, I feel like I'm saying this. I've been saying this since the Black Panther, and it feels like I'm gonna just keep saying it. Feels like it's only gonna keep getting better. But it feels like it just keeps getting better because honestly, this episode was just a story to tell. It wasn't like uh any I don't know how to say it, any like pandering. There it goes. Any pandering being done. It's just them telling this side of the story, and that was actually way cool. Uh, so we actually gotta start this. My bad. I'm over here looking like how I'm gonna use the keyboard. So of course we do start off with our Marvel opening as always with Jeffrey Wright. Uh, so let's go in. So this is also known as Nick Fury's big week when Iron Man 2, Thor, Cap, and Cap and Hulk, all that stuff happened in the same thing time. I like that they put Mark. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. So this is Monday where we opened up with Iron Man 2 at Holy Moly Donut Shop. And he's going up there like, where's your whistle? So we're actually getting a verbatim, like ver visual scene of Iron Man 2 up until I believe, well, when Black Widow injects him. So Black Widow injects him, and instead of it, taking the edge off, I mean, it took his life off. So now, off rip, this is the start of the episode, and we're already in it. They give you a little background, like of the week before, of the 616 universe. Is the 616 universe our MCU, or is that just like only the comics? Like, what universes are MCU? I don't remember that. I don't remember if that's said. But yeah, in our MCU, this is like what really happened. They came together, but in this one, I guess they don't come together. So Black Widow is locked up because she's the one that injected Tony. So she's suspect number one for being, a Russian super spy. She gets in a van with I think Crossbones and I don't remember who else. But Nick Fury hands her a device, the syringe that she used, stick Tony. He gives her that so she can go to and find, you know, who really did this. So she's Black Widow. She whoops all their, booty things. Crossbones is like, F word. So then we cut over here to Thor, where Thor is in here in New Mexico. Trying to get his hammer back. We don't see we don't see Thor's side of it. It was kind of cool. I like that we're seeing other sides of it. So we're seeing like the agent side. So we see Coulson and Nick Fury's really side of it. So Thor, he gets in there, so we get the same scene. He Nick Fury tells Barton to hold his fire, but he subsequently fires, and now he's in what we call jail, the cell, uh, for killing Thor. Which, well, I guess Thor is human. I was thinking that like the episode, I'm like, can Thor just die by an arrow? Like, he's so godly. I feel like that's just like a weird way to go out. But hey, but like they say, two 5 value targets killed within 24 hours, so they know it's kind of a, a ruse or something. But they go. Nick Fury walks in there because Barton would have talked to him, but he walks in there. Barton is dead himself. Uh, so that's three of our real hitters out, and actually four making Natasha on the run. If I had to guess, Yes, it's the same person that killed Stark as who they think. Coulson says that Thor smells like lavender, even though he's dead, and he's proud of it. Black Widow pulls up on I cannot remember her name right now, but on Bruce Banner's first love interest, and she tells her, I need your help. So they get to the lab, and she tells her that your antidote didn't even make it out the needle. It's like something else did, like a projectile. And she says, you think it was nanotech? Nick Fury calls and says, Barton had passed away, so now, Black Widow's really on it now. Then we get our boy Mark. I like that they put Mark instead of Ed Norton. It's cool to see Mark, and he's actually voicing his character. I actually didn't bring that up this episode. Uh, we got Sam Jackson for sure. We did get Jeremy Renner. Tony Stark, that was not him. This is not Black Widow. This may or may not be the woman. I do not remember her name. And then Thor didn't say anything in this episode. He just got bodied. Poor Thor. So back out in New Mexico. Someone's pulling up. So Loki pulls up to, Midgard because his brother Thor has been killed and he needs, an eye for an eye. So at the same time, Hulk is about to get pulled up on by General Ross's army, and everything is just gonna go to crap. So yeah, Loki's over here with all the Warriors 3 and the Destroyer and the whole Asgardian militia. He brought that freeze thingy out. It's not no Tesseract that people thought it was. It's a freeze. So it's a freeze thing. And yep. So same time we're getting our verbatim scenes from Hulk, where actually what happened was Ross said don't shoot, and somebody happened to shoot. And then so we're getting the fight sequences and a bunch of destruction and what's going well, what this is threw me off the whole full episode. I'm like, how are you taking out Hulk? And this is how he just overloads and overgrows, and he just explodes. um Sam Jackson or Fury, who goes to Loki and tells him that we shouldn't be fighting. The person who killed your brother is also who we're looking for. He was like, just give me till, I don't know, just give me some time and you'll have a pound of flesh. And Loki says he wants the whole corpse. So back at the library, we cut to Black Widow. She's logging into their servers. She had to ask Coulson for his password. His password was I heard Steve, 0407, some whatever Steve's birthday was. And she logs in, and this is what is she seeing. So she sees Coulson's active, these people are active. She sees that's deceased. So Janet Van Dyne, she cuts over here, and Janet Van Dyne also logged in, but she is deceased. So how did she access the server if she is dead? Is what we're going to find out. Janet Van Dyne. I mean, oh my God, did I say Janet Van Dyne? Oh my God, Hope Van Dyne. Wait a minute. Did it say Janet? Oh, okay. So, huh? Oh, because Janet is in the quantum realm, right? I I hope that's right, but I'm pretty sure her name was Hope because she says it's all about hope. It's all about hope. Nick Fury goes and he's replaying her message on repeat because Black Widow is actually getting beat up by some force, tossed and tossed around, and I think she dies from her not showing up the rest of the episode. Um, the only Avenger left is Nick Fury. and he says that, or actually either Nick Fury because he was on the paper, but he goes and calls or wants to call Captain Marvel, but then he remembers it's all about hope. So he goes to make a deal with Loki, and he cuts over here to he goes to make a deal with Loki and do whatever, and then we cut back to a grave site of Hope Van Dyne, and we cut to our villain this whole time, Hank Pym, Hank Pym, who is kind of furious at Fury for having his daughter go on a mission and get killed, and he wants to take it out on all the other, I guess, Avengers Initiative. Maybe that's what Hope was going to be a part of. Maybe she was the first before Black Widow. However, that happens. Uh-uh. He's furious about it, yes, and he goes and tells us that he's the one that he was all from the jump. He was in the syringe that messed up Tony. He hit Barton's hand so he could let go of the bow and arrow, which is crazy because I don't know how you do that, and he still gets a perfect shot. He and he for Hulk now. This is what was crazy because it's not going to cut to it. For Hulk now, he shrunk into the bullet hole of Hulk. Oh my gosh, he shrunk into the bullet hole of Hulk or something, and legit threw a biggie disc, a biggie disc. He threw a biggie disc at his heart, and it overgrew and over pushed out blood to just overswell, and he blew up. Never would have thought. Never would have thought of that. Never in a million years. I'm sitting here thinking the whole episode, man, he can't die. You're not gonna do nothing to him. How are you gonna just incapacitate him? And that happens. And maybe that happened due to the story, but hey, it's canon. Because in the comic, they could do the same thing and be like, nah, that ain't gonna work still. But hey, it made sense, so I'm going with it. So yeah, he's just distraught, and now they're gonna fight. So he's just wondering like why Fury is so spry for a young his old age with a corner office, his old man with a corner office, and like I'm talking, he's mopping the floor with this man, and then he comes to find out that Fury is or somebody is using mind games on Hank Pym, and then it comes to find out that the who really was Loki. So Loki, well, also Loki also made him kind of confess to killing his brother Thor, so that's why he whooped his butt too. So Director Fury says, "Get off my planet." Loki says, "I want to extend my stay a little while." So in 24 hours time, Loki pulls up to our United Nations and tells him, "I rule the world now." All the nations put their differences and angers aside, and I rule. Uh, And then we cut to Nick Fury showing us all the fallen heroes from Thor to Iron Man to Hawkeye, all the fallen Avengers team, what could have been. And then we have him cut to Cap, who I was wondering where he was the whole time. Kind of. I knew he was in ice, but I thought he was forever gonna go and get him. I don't know, cause oh yeah, really he was just found or something. I remember now. Some random guys found him. But now in this universe, Nick Fury finds him and wakes him. And he behind him when he's there, he says, "Welcome back, Cap." And behind him we see Captain Marvel. Do I want to cut to that? Sure. So he cuts over and he sees Captain Marvel, who was not Brie Larson, by the way. Was not Brie Larson, by the way. I guess. And that's pretty much the rest of our episode today, y'all. We just cut to our credits. So in our credits, let's go do a reminder of who was all here. Yes, we got our boy Nick Fury, Sam Jackson. We got Michael Douglas in here. That whoever that is, whoever that is. Well, we do have Coulson. I do not know who that is. We do have Jeremy Renner. Maybe that's her, Stephanie. Yes, we have him. That might not be General Ross. Oh, we have Lady Sif in here. Hey, okay. Yeah. All in all, this episode was actually pretty amazing because, like I said, they just had a story to tell and they told it. They didn't. They didn't. Hold on. There we go. We're gonna end it right here. They didn't. They had a story to tell and they told it. It wasn't about making a particular race or whatever or particular group happy. It was just, hey, let's tell our Marvel stories. Like that's what we missed. Just tell us a Marvel superhero story and just tell it. If it's gonna be freaking all white people, then let it be all white. If it's gonna be all, if it goes with the story, just let it go with the story. Let love. Let's not. Let's. Oh my gosh. Let's not keep forcing these pandering acts because then we lose quality on story to try to please. And you can't please everybody. So just please yourself. Make a project that you're gonna believe in yourself. You know? That's me coming from a broke that's just coming from a broke guy, not a guy who has, millions of suits to talk around him, but so at some point you gotta stay down. That's why they choose all these new acts. Like, yeah, like big name directors and writers, they're not gonna take that. They're like, no, bro, this is my story. I'm gonna tell it how I want to. Y'all hire me, right? Well, I'm gonna do how I'm gonna do. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do what I do. But thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of the nine. Uh, Go and subscribe to my gaming channel, Craig K Gaming. Yeah, right there in the description. And have a nice rest of the day, y'all. We'll see you next week for episode 4, which I do not know what it is. So we'll all be surprised then. All right, y'all. Be safe.